Hello and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're just finishing up baling this field, and we did two cuts before we went ahead and baled this one like we talked about. And oh boy, is there a lot of bales on this field. And honestly, I don't think I'm gonna do it again. It takes a long time because you have to stop, and then this one doesn't even unload before the other one's ready to unload. And it's just a lot, and it's hard to get the whole swath um, in the baler as you're driving just because of how wide it is. You can see the little pieces I've missed on the sides. So yeah, it hasn't been horrible, but I don't enjoy it as much, so we'll go back to doing it normally, how you're supposed to. Um, while we've been doing this, the cotton has been getting baled. They should be just about done now. We did start on the lime a little bit, but didn't get super far there. But we'll go ahead and get this finished up, and then get all these bales put into the shed, and start fast forwarding. This episode's probably going to be a little faster paced. Probably going to be skipping quite a bit because I'm ready to get to the next animal, so I might try to do a couple years in this episode. We'll see how far we get, but I want to try to get some money in this episode, get to where we can expand again. So I will get this cleaned up, all these bales picked up off the field, and then maybe we'll catch up again when I get to the cotton bales and we see where our production facilities are at this point. There's one load. Yeah, we'll get that bale in later. And our second load. Third load. Load numero cuatro. And last load, load number 5 here. Same amount of bales as when we cut them separately, which totally makes sense. Or bale them at the same time, I mean. But yeah, that process is not fun doing it that way, so definitely going to go back to doing it normal. Now we are ready to go ahead and start picking up some cotton bales, seeing how our cotton productions are doing. I'm interested to see how many of these smaller bales it can pick up. So technically, if it can pick up 3, then it picks up more than it does with the larger bales. Because these are 10,000 each, so that would be 30,000 as opposed to 20. But we'll see. Our lime sprayer is almost done, which is nice to have that all done while we're still doing this kind of stuff. Okay, let's see. Moment of truth. Nice. There's no way it does 4, right? Because, I mean, technically it could throw it on top, right? Let's see. Nope, fool. Okay. No problem. Our lime guy did finish and parked in the middle of the road. And they put a cotton bale in the middle of the road. Oh my word, these workers are trying to get me in trouble with the county. I swear. I've said it a couple times, but good help is hard to find these days. So this is still at 14,000. This one is down to 4,000. 4,000. 5,000. Okay, so we'll not put any in here for now. Why is this staying at 14,000? That's a little confusing to me. Unless these are full, but I don't think they are. Yeah, no, they're not full at all. That's weird. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but we'll get these distributed then. There's no way we can do one of each, right? There's no way. I like how this car just sat here the whole time, instead of backing up and just going around like any normal person would do. They had a point to prove, I guess. Look at that. That's nice. I wasn't expecting that. So I guess 30,000 lead. Is he just gonna go sit behind that guy now? He literally switched lanes to go sit behind that guy. I tell you, people. Alright, got 27,000 liters of cotton in each one. I think we're gonna go ahead and grab the wool before we start fast forwarding, just so that that's emptied out and has room for those to populate while we're fast forwarding to, I guess, January, when it's time to sell our silage. Alright, this one right here is empty, so I'm just gonna unload all of it into there. And there we go. I believe we are now ready to fast forward. I'll go ahead and get some equipment moved, parked, and then I will join you in January. Alright, it is January. Silage is at a good month. I did take out a little bit of a loan, $25,000 more, before I fast forwarded, just so that I could refill the lime spreader and have enough to keep our production facilities going. So that's why our money is up a little bit, but we'll go ahead and start transporting some silage, see how much money we get from that today. While we're driving over there, I will let you know that I did look to see when our honey will be the best to sell, and it looks like the best time to sell it is in February. So we will see if we have any. I actually didn't drive over there while I was fast forwarding. We'll see if we have any over there, and see if we'll have anything to sell to next month. But that's pretty cool. We have silage in January, honey in February, and then close in April. So all of our profits are at the beginning of the year, but it's not a horrible thing. Alright, here at the animal dealer, see how much this first load brings in. I was thinking the biogas is usually a little bit better price. Got about 30,000 there. The biogas is usually a little bit of a better price, but I usually don't go there because they can only take so much and then they won't take anymore. But it is closer than animal dealers, so I might try taking a couple loads over there, see what it takes. With it being closer, there's no harm in it, I guess. Alright, for those of you who don't know, here's our farm, here's the store, the biogas is right over there. I went ahead and marked it so you could see it. So yeah, it's really close. I think it's worth just taking a trip over here. Even if we have to load up what doesn't sell, it's not really that big of a deal. We can do that rather quickly. I believe you can sell to either of these. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, we got about $1,000 more, maybe. I'd say it's worth it. Well, for one thing, it's closer, so. But if there is any frustration, I do still think it's worth it, so. Awesome, still taking it. You can see the bin's getting a little fuller. Is it filling up both sides? Yeah, it is. One thing I've never tried is putting it all in one side and then when it stops accepting it, trying it in the other side. But since they're both getting filled, I assume that won't work. If we do get full, we'll test it for science. Alright, let's see if it takes it. Come on. Sweet. Maybe we should have brought them all here. It is really full though. I don't know if it would have taken that first load. But anyways, that puts our total up to 168 right now. We do have a loan, obviously, that we gotta pay off. But we're in a pretty good spot. Let's go check, see if we have any honey. See if we have any honey to sell next month while we're planting this field. Well, I guess we can't while we're planting the field. We only have one tractor. Woe is me. Alright, let's see. Oh, I see a pallet. Is it a full pallet? I think so. Does that mean there's more? Ooh, there is. How much more? Another one. Is that it? Okay, and a partial. Cool. So maybe we'll just start by selling this next month. And then we'll get to planting. But let's head that way. Alright, we got at least one more full pallet. And before we get too carried away, let's make sure this is at a good price. Honey. 1958 is the best. Okay, so now it is saying it will go up a little bit more in March. Okay, that's fine. We can just let it go for another month. We'll just get started with our planting. No problem. You ain't never seen trick moves like that. Just like, comment, subscribe for more epic moves like that. Alright, just got the planter all filled up. We'll start unfolding. And in about 5 to 10 business days, we'll be ready to plant. Because this thing takes forever. I'll be right back. Oh. Man. And now we're ready. I swear, next time I'm putting a stopwatch on that. I think it literally takes like 60 seconds for that to get unfolded. And here we go. So I'll get this all planted, and then we should be okay to fast forward to next month, get our honey sold, then the next month, get our clothes sold. Speaking of which, I need to make sure those aren't full over there. I don't think they are, but probably empty them out before we fast forward again. But yeah, I'll get this done and catch you in a sec. Alright, just finishing up the planting here. And this thing's so big, it only takes 15 minutes. Honestly, I think it takes longer to unfold this thing. But with this being done, we are ready to fast forward, get some honey sold, and maybe herbicide. We'll see. Alright, now it is March, and we got a notification saying it is time to sell the honey. Let's go ahead and take the unfull pallet as well. Before I get going, where is the best price for honey? Looks like Johnson's Farmers Market. So we got a little bit of a trip, or we could just do the fast food restaurant, which is a lot closer. I think we're gonna do that. That's a lot closer, and that's only a few bucks. We'll see how much these get us. We've obviously only had them for a few months, not even a year. So, we'll see. Alright, pulling up to the fast food restaurant here. Let's see if I can just drive over it or if I have to download it. Nope, we can drive. So, a little over 4,000. Not amazing, but not horrible for just having it sitting over there. All we have to do is pick up the pallets, so not too bad. I did go ahead and get the sprayer going on the herbicide, so I'll take care of that, get that field all sprayed, and then we will fast forward to April and sell some clothes. Alright, it's April. Clothes are at a good price, which means it's big money time. Is that 2 full loads? I can't tell. We might be a little short, but it might be 2 full loads. Oh, we'll drive this up and see how much money we're making this April. Alright, here we go. Nice. Over 400,000 there. Very good. Let's go get the second load. Alright, pulling in with our second load. Was a little shy of a full load, but still another 320,000 or so. Taking our total up to 902,000. Now we do have $525,000 loan, so we'll go ahead and get that paid off. But all our weeds are sprayed, so I think we're ready to just fast forward and keep an eye on things until harvest time. I'm gonna go ahead and get to it, and I want to sell clothes again in this episode. I want to see how much money we can get, see if we can maybe buy another harvester, and be ready to upgrade in the next episode. Upgrade to our next animal. I'm excited. Alright, it's October, which means once again it is harvest time. And I was thinking about paying off our loan, but then I thought maybe I should just keep it. And maybe we should just go ahead and buy our second cotton harvester. That way, we don't have any more leasing costs. And all we have is that loan. And we should be able to pay that off really quickly next month. But I think we should go ahead and buy this. There's no point in wasting $25,000 to lease one when the interest off of the loan is going to be less than $25,000. So I think this is the right move. We're going to go ahead and get this guy started up here, and now we own 2 cotton harvesters. We don't have to lease anything anymore. And how much of a loan do we have right now? 550, and we have 50,000 right now. So really, it's not that bad. That's something we can definitely pay off this year, and we might even be able to look into buying another field so we can start expanding. But we'll get this harvested and start fast forwarding to the beginning of next year when we start making some more money and see where that puts us. Alright, just picking up the last of our bales here. As you can see, we're just about done with the harvest. This field has been cut, baled, and prepped for next year. So that's all good to go. And normally we would be selling this silage in January, but I am thinking that I will keep it, and the reason is because I think we're really close to being able to get some cows. So I'll probably keep this silage and then try to get some hay equipment and do hay the next round and start getting some of that stuff set aside so we can have it ready to make TMR when we do get the cows. But I'm going to go ahead and get this cotton picked up and distributed, and we'll go from there. Alright, it's February, and honey is not at the best price yet. It's pretty good, but it's supposed to get a little better next month. So we'll wait till next month to get that sold. But for now, I'll go ahead and get some of this wool distributed, get the sheep fed, and get this field planted. Alright, I told you I was going to put a stopwatch on this and see how long it took. So here you go. We are at 56 seconds, and you think it's going to be close, but it does one side at a time. So we're doing the left side and the right side. Give it a minute. And time. 1 minute, 47 seconds. It almost takes 2 solid minutes to unfold this thing. And then you have to fold it too. Oh boy. Alright, just finishing the planting. So in about 1 minute and 47 seconds or so, we will fast forward and sell some honey. Alright, let's see. Where's the best place to sell? Johnson's Farmers Market. Or again, the fast food is right behind it. Still at a good price. It's closer. Let's just do that again. Now let's take the unfinished pallet as well. So this is officially how much we get in a year's time with our bees. So let's see how much. Alright, we're going to try pulling in this way this time. I think it might be a little bit easier. Let's see. Okay, can we get a 1 total? Yep, and it is 12,000. Not bad. 12,000 for semi-passive income, we'll call it. Cool. Well, let's fast forward another month and sell some clothes. Alright, so it looks like we got 1 more box of clothing than last year, which might have been from switching the wool to one facility, but it also could have just been just like a chance thing. Like we could have gotten 1 more in a year probably, but we'll see. We'll see if it stays consistently 1 box more, or if it gains even more traction, since we just started that during the middle of the year, but we'll see. And there's our first 400 some $1,000. Oh, it's actually one box less than last year. Interesting. So I'm guessing right now it hasn't had much effect, if any. I don't think it's made us slower. So I'm guessing it hasn't had any effect. But we'll see. And with that all being sold, brings our total to $766,000, which is really good. We will go ahead and pay off our debt. Let's see. Maybe I can hire a worker to drive this back. There we go. So let's go ahead and pay off our debts. Well, this is going to take a minute. But it's kind of satisfying seeing that loan number go down. And there we go. So that leaves us with $216,000 left, which I think we will probably use to look at getting some hay equipment. But I'm going to go ahead and call the episode here. We'll do that next time. We'll get probably a round of grass done over there. So we don't really need the hay equipment now, but we'll go ahead and figure out what we're going to do in the next episode in preparation for cows. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit of a more compact episode for sure, but got a lot of money, a lot of things done. Second harvester. We're in a good place. If you did enjoy it, please do like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend, and I'll see you in the next one.